If there's anybody out there that can talk to you a little bit about how to build an actual social media following, it's me. If you want to convert your followers, your community, and your attention into money in the bank, people go for conjecture, they go for argumentation. I do things for the money and the numbers. X ain't the place to do it. Let's look at the numbers high level. We're at 1.2 million subscribers, or 1.12 million subscribers, give or take, on YouTube. We're at 600,000 followers on Threads. We're at 2.4 million followers on Instagram. We're at 2 million on Facebook. And I think we're at about 650,000 on Twitter. And my downloads on our on our audio podcast are now well over 4.5 million downloads. So I think I can speak with some semblance of authority about how do you actually build a strong social media strategy. And that's what I want to share with you today. If I was starting the year 2026 with building a social media strategy, what are the things that I would be doing? So let's go. What would be my 2026 social media strategy? Let me just say, guys, Vusi Thembekwayo doesn't do things for the numbers. I do things for the money and the numbers. Now, there are some people who will watch this and say, well, you know, I've got a YouTube channel and I'm doing, I don't know, I've got 2 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers. I worry not only about my subscribers, but about my revenue and my earnings on each of those platforms too. So when I talk about strategy, my strategy is not just how do I get more eyeballs on my page or eyeballs on my brand or eyeballs on my products. It's also about how do I convert those people into money. Because, you know, that's the difference between a real metric and a vanity metric. A vanity metric is like, well, I've got 5 million people following me. Sure, how many of those people are transacting with you every day, buying your products every day, looking for you every day, solutioning with you every single day? So the first thing I would say to you is this. In terms of my social media for strategy, I would X. I would XX. This is a hugely controversial point. We have this conversation in our firm all the time, right? But X is the platform where people go for conjecture, they go for argumentation, they go for political arguments, they go for controversial content, they go to argue, they go to position themselves, they go even to write thought leadership pieces. Absolutely great. But the best person that I've seen, analyze, and know and understand how to use X are 3 people. First, Max Blumenthal. His ability to publish good content and to get you to read it is just next level. Second, Tucker Carlson, because Tucker Carlson effectively thought about X as an extension of YouTube. So he posts all of his content on X, all of his videos, and you can watch the full video on X. Those 2 guys for me have fundamentally understood how to leverage and how to use X. And the third person who's understood and leveraged how to use X is who? Donald Trump. Probably him and Elon Musk. Why? Because they say stuff that is so inflammatory that people engage with it. And so if you want to build a social media strategy that's based on building a brand and making money, I gotta tell you, X ain't the place to do it. It's the place to argue with people, to position your stuff, but it's not the place to convert people into actual buying stuff. You know this. Just ask any online retailer, ask any online merchant, ask any product owner how much of their product sales have they seen come through from the link that they posted on X, and it typically isn't that high. So, if you're a political commentator, you're a current affairs junkie, you're a news person, or you want to be in and you want to understand what's happening, what's trending, who's doing what, absolutely lean into X. But if you want to convert your followers, your community, and your attention into money in the bank, I wouldn't even waste my time here. It's not to say I wouldn't pay attention to it. I just wouldn't waste my time here. So where would I go? Well, I'll tell you the one platform I think everybody's sleeping on. Massive arbitrage. I'm at 1.4 million followers now on LinkedIn. We've been building up my social media strategy for LinkedIn. We started the process circa September last year when we met with our LinkedIn agency, which is based out in Mauritius. And the first thing they said to me was this. They said, dude, your following on LinkedIn is so big, we haven't dealt with this kind of numbers. They were like, your competitors, literally the people who are in my industry who compete with me, if they have 40,000 followers on LinkedIn, they have a lot. And so the agency ended asking me, they were like, how did you get to 1.3 million, 1.4 million followers on LinkedIn? It's probably more by the time you're watching this. Now, here's what's crazy. I've got 1.4 million followers on LinkedIn, give or take. You can go check the numbers. I've got 350,000 people who are subscribed to my newsletter on LinkedIn, which means when I publish that newsletter, 350,000 people are getting it on their LinkedIn, showing on their status, excluding my reach, which is organic. LinkedIn is trying to rebuild itself again and get people to engage in it again. And so one of the things they've got is they've got a disproportionate reach of organic because they need to do it. So if you're selling a professional service, if you are raising money for your tech startup or your business or your VC fund, if you are trying to position the book that you've written, if you want to position yourself as a thought leader and you want to be speaking at conferences, this is the place where you want to be heard. Because people go to LinkedIn to listen to people who've thought about what they're saying. By the way, there is huge banter on the X community about LinkedIn, right? Because they're like, don't come here and talk to us like it's LinkedIn. Typically, people in the X community don't rate people on LinkedIn highly. And that's perfectly fine. These are two different platforms. But from my platform and from my strategy, you will not believe the amount of money I've made here. Just by knowing who to engage with. I fly into country and I'm going to Jamaica in a few days. We already have started a campaign of reaching out to certain companies in Jamaica to say, hey, I'm going to be in country. Do you want to do something while I'm in country? And by the way, we started this morning. I saw before we started shooting this, I think we've had like 2 responses already. Those are not conversations I could have on X, but I can have them on LinkedIn. The third thing I would say in terms of your social media strategy is video leads, text builds. What's that mean? If I want to lead in my marketplace, if I want to be perceived as an expert, if I want to reach more people, if I want to position my stuff with more nuance and more context, video is going to do it. But if I want to build slowly and gradually more and more credibility, and I want to engage with you a lot more, and I want you to read my stuff a lot more, then I'm going to lean into text. And here's where it gets interesting. It used to be that if you were building on a text strategy, you would use Medium. Now, this has gone to Substack. So my question for you would be, what's your Substack strategy? And do you have one? Are you posting anything on Substack? I'm not at the moment because I had already started building stuff on the Medium. And so one of the things I said to my team is we're going to be careful about being everywhere all the time. We already have a LinkedIn newsletter. We have our own newsletter for which we run a mailing campaign for, something like 70,000 subscribers on that newsletter. And that's just my brand. That's excluding the venture capital firm's brand. It's excluding the permanent capital vehicles brand. We've got a lot is the point that I'm making. It's excluding School of Scale. And so having clarity over how do I lean in to my strategy is very important. That's why you're going to see a lot more of these videos because we are leading. We're trying to position ourselves ahead of where the market is going, giving more information, giving more context, sharing more stuff. And then once we've got that, we use text to build on that as a momentum. You have to really think about how important this is. And then the final thing I'm going to tell you, which is so important. This is my ratio now. My ratio now is 3.5 to 1. What does that mean? For every one video we post, there should at least be 3.5 hours of recording, research, and editing. At least. Now, the reason this is important is in today's world where everybody's trying to be heard, because there is a drive for volume, in other words, how do I publish more? People start focusing on this end of the pie, not this end of the pie. So we are doubling down and investing on what do our thumbnails look like? What do our edits look like? What do our animations look like? What do our community notes look like? What do our captions look like? What do our links look like? Because this end of the pie actually is a lot more important than that end of the pie. You don't have to believe me. Go and watch Marquez's video. He talks about their own studio, right, at MKHBD and how they are doing this. And you'll see almost all of the people in the community right now are leaning into the same platform, understanding that you've got to get the right ratio between the preparation to the actual delivery and the execution. We're at 3.5 to 1. I'm hearing some guys say they're at something like 5 to 1. But for sure, if you're spending 20 minutes to produce a 20-minute thing, right, or 20 minutes to do an hour thing, you're skating very thin, because in the world of AI today, where people can fact check you by saying, @Grok, is this true? If you don't take care to make sure that you produce the right material, say the right stuff, and edit it correctly, you're going to find yourself in trouble. So this is a little bit about how we're thinking about our 2026 social media platform. I would love to hear from you. Where are you going to be focused on in terms of your 2026 attention, brand building, and community engagement? All right, that's it. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Hit me up on the comment section. I'll see you on the other end of this. Cheers.